Hello and welcome back to the channel, and Happy New Year! First video of 2026. I'm only gonna say this once, but if you want to support the channel, please like and subscribe, mean the world to me. And I have a buy me coffee link down below if you want to support me financially. And with that being said, let's get into Kirby Air Riders. I want to start off by saying that I have not played the original Kirby Air Riders for I think the GameCube. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I can't really compare the two. I can't compare it to this newer one that I'll be talking about today, but I will talk about this game on its own based on its own merits. And from what I can see, and from what I can tell, doing some research before recording here, is that both games are very similar to each other, with some very minor changes. I wouldn't call this newer game a remake, as it adds some good stuff. I think it remakes a lot of the courses, and also adds a story mode to the game, according to my research, looking at what people think of it who've played the original. It seems like it's mixed online right now, from what I can see, but so my opinion of the game might be a bit, I guess a hot take if you get what I'm trying to put down, but in any case, when I make reviews, I'm not trying to convince you to go buy it. I'm just trying to inform you of how I experienced it, and you can use that information with whoever you please, right? And what is Kirby Air Riders? It's a game from 2025, racing game developed by Bandai Namco Studios and Sora LDT, published by Nintendo and exclusively on the Nintendo Switch too. And you just basically play as Kirby, different characters, and it's very different from Mario Kart, from the likes of Mario Kart and Sonic Racing, as this game feels a lot faster and a lot more chaotic than the other ones I just mentioned before. So what can you expect when it comes to Kirby Air Riders? Well, there are 4 main modes you can play. Air Ride, which is just classic racing. City Trial, which is kind of like a roguelike open world experience. It's my favorite mode, where you just drive around in a little map area and collect upgrades and power-ups and just fight people. And after the timer runs out, you basically pick a random game mode that's selected in front of the screen, and you battle it out. It could be a boss fight, it could be a gliding challenge, it could even be a race, but the whole point of the game, of that game mode, is just get all the power-ups you can and become the best, really. And it's just really fun, but there are some downsides to it, but I'll talk about those later. And the next game mode is Top Ride, which is basically a top-down perspective races, my least favorite one. And lastly, we got the new single-player Road Trip mode, which is story-driven challenges. The mode's alright. It's pretty fun. It's got a story there if you want to, like, go play through a story. And it's pretty good. And all modes except for Road Trip offer multiplayer. And not only that, each game mode has a bunch of rule sets you can change, like times, like the CPU stuff. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can tweak and change. Like, if you don't want to do laps, right, you can just set it to where, like, you have to drive a certain distance in order to finish a race. And that could be, like, I don't know, 2,000 yards, 6,000 yards, something like that. You can turn off timer. You can even turn off a feature called retirement, which means your rider or cart, whatever you want to call it, has health, and your cart can be destroyed while you're driving. And if it is, you're out of the race. Stuff like that is just really cool, and it makes the game really fun to play. Not only that, the UI is amazing. Like, just navigating through all of it is just so much fun. Like, seeing Kirby just slide around the screen as you go through different menus is just really fun. Music is fantastic as well. And the gameplay, well, very simple, really only 2 buttons. It's easy to learn, but very hard to master, I feel. And it's really hard to explain it. So all you're doing is just driving, like, the cart moves forward for you, and you're just sort of just drifting and getting power-ups as you race around. And racing around, man, this game is incredibly fast. Like, especially in the City Trial, once you pick up a bunch of top speed boosters, like, you'll be moving so fast. I don't even think the Switch 2 can keep up with it. It's absolutely crazy. The game is just so much fun. I think the part I like the most, right, is the progression, which I think is the best part, right? And it's very simple yet specific, does that make sense, right? You do like these very simple challenges to unlock characters and maps and like other cosmetics, right? And each game mode has its own set of challenges that you have to do. So like, you can't unlock all the stuff by just playing Air Ride. That makes sense, right? And like, as you do these challenges, you'll slowly unlock a jigsaw puzzle. You'll unlock little pieces for that puzzle, and eventually, once you finish all the challenges, you'll have like the whole image, and it's pretty cool, right? And the challenges aren't too like hard to do. They're pretty fun in my opinion, and I think it's really fun. But some things that do need improvement, I think, are some performance in some cases. Like, especially there's like a lot of stuff on screen. I'll notice some frame drops. Nothing too crazy, but the game runs really well otherwise. A good solid 60 FPS. But when a lot of stuff's going on screen, you might drop to like the 50s, which you can really feel it. When it's like so smooth, all of a sudden it's just not smooth at all. Level 9 CPU is very easy in this game, which is the max difficulty CPU, so if you want a challenge for this game, that's why you have to play multiplayer. The only downside with that is you cannot queue into multiplayer with your friends. You can only do private rooms, which are usually just filled with CPUs and however many friends you have. And for me, I only have one person I play Kirby Air Riders with, and that's my girlfriend. I wish you could queue into multiplayer with your friends, but you can't. Other things, I wish you didn't have to unlock alternate colors for characters, because a lot of the, a lot of the challenges you get, most of the stuff I've been getting so far has just been alternate colors for characters I already have, which is kind of sad. Especially when you can see like the silhouette of a character, like, ooh, what is that? Oh, that'd be so cool. Turns out it's just an alternate color of a character. So other things is, like I said before, City Trial. It only has one map, and for a game mode that is all about collecting like different power-ups and like all this other stuff, right? Just having one map to drive around gets pretty boring pretty fast. And so hopefully, I don't know how Nintendo really does for like updates. It might be paid DLC or whatnot, but I would love to see more maps for City Trial, as well as just more characters and other maps for the other emotes as well. There aren't very many as of right now. Granted, I haven't unlocked everything, but I've unlocked a good bit of stuff. But there aren't necessarily, they're not gonna have like a Mario Kart's worth of courses to drive through. But with that being said, I digress. I had a good time with Kirby Air Riders, and I can't wait to play more. Well, I can't compare this to the previous title. On its own, I think this new Kirby Air Riders game is great, and it's definitely a blast to play, and I do recommend it. Keep in mind the game is $70, and you do require a Switch 2 to play it, so the cost to entry is pretty high right now. And with that being said, please let me know your thoughts down below. You'll be playing Kirby Air Riders, and as always, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Happy New Year. Hope 2026 is fantastic for you. Again, I have a Buy Me a Coffee link down below. Like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace out.